All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Xavier, and welcome to Tech Xavier, where I help you go further in tech. So, I want to talk to you about ServiceNow. We are at August 27th, and I want to make sure that you can at least claim the voucher and have a better idea about how to prepare. Now, I did put out a video about a couple of things that I did to prepare for the exam, but honestly, I was just spewing information really fast, and I don't think it was the best guide for a lot of people. I think it was more anecdotal than, and I guess anecdotes aren't a bad thing, but I didn't really give a lot of clear detail, in my opinion. So I want to make good on that while we still have time to take advantage of this free opportunity. That said, first thing I would do is I would just get through the course. When I say get through the course, what I mean is the only activities that you have to actually complete, either with a score of 80% or in terms of just completeness, are number one, the initial validated activities. So what happens is you go into the ServiceNow instance simulator, and then you do some activities for a fake company, and the system will validate those activities and make sure you did them correctly, and then you're good to go. That's the first thing. And if you don't understand some of those activities or you're not sure, if you click around, there's a way where you can get the answers through a video that's available. Like they give you an option to show you, or they give you an option to basically review a video that'll basically walk you through those steps if you're not clear on how to achieve them. And you probably won't be because of this advice I'm giving you. So I'm saying skip through all the content, just scroll down, because as you scroll down, there's a little progress bar that fills up on the left that's green, and that'll at least let you get through the course. And then as you get to the course, you can do all the simulator activities. I personally, once I started thinking about my strategy, I did the simulator activities first, got those out the way, did the knowledge checks next, and then went through all the course materials. I think that's how I did it. Yeah. So the knowledge checks as well. They give you, you get the answer wrong, they give you the correct answer, and they say try again. So it's not something that you should be failing. This is just a course. Now, once you've completed that, then I would do what you need to do to, again, get through all the content. You don't even have to watch the videos. Just scroll down until you see that on the left navigation, you'll see like a little green progress bar, like a light green, teal kind of color. It'll fill up and it'll say, hey, 100%. And your overall progress will improve over time. That's the first thing. Now, when you claim your voucher, you have a year. Okay, you have a full year to claim or take advantage of that free voucher. Okay, some people will say they're having issues with the voucher or claiming it. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to decipher that from a comment, but you have to. This is part of the tech game. You have to be able to ask questions of the people that can actually influence outcomes. And in this case, it would be the ServiceNow chat support. Ask them questions, email them, and let them know, hey, I'm having problems. Those are things you should be doing, especially if you're working within the environment. I don't want anybody to miss out on the opportunity, but you gotta take some accountability in terms of how you go through this stuff. So once you've gone through everything, you've claimed your voucher, you're good to go. Now, I would give yourself a week for each module. And when I say each module, I mean each module. Give yourself a week and try to commit 20 to 30 hours each week studying that particular module to make sure you know it. And I'm going to tell you now, when I took the exam, there were a lot of pieces of information that were not necessarily in the module. It was in the content that was hyperlinked throughout the module. So you'll see stuff referenced in some community forums. You'll see some documentation from ServiceNow reference. Click all that and learn all that. And when you do so, those little easy kind of modules, like the early ones where they talk about maybe like the banners and the um, contextual pills and all that. When you go through that stuff and you actually click on the other links, you'll learn some additional information. And I just and all that is free game, or is free. Uh, yeah, it's free game, but it's also something that may show up on the exam. Okay, so make sure you go through all that. And again, I would recommend devoting 20 to 30 hours per module within a week's time. Okay, and if you follow that route, I think there's about 19 modules. I could be wrong. I can't remember now. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked back at the exam stuff in a while, but however many modules there are, just give yourself a week towards each one to really learn it, commit it to memory, and then understand the implications of that piece of the platform. Understand why it's important to know this, why it's important to do or roll it out the way they say, why it's important to navigate the way they suggest, all that kind of stuff. And then once you've gone through that, all that information, what I would do then is I linked a practice test, and I'll link it again in this video. But there's a practice test you can purchase. It's like $20, and they update it very, very consistently. So you can take advantage of that practice test, pay for it, and then once you purchase it, you can go in and go through the content. And when you get things wrong, you can understand why you got them wrong. You can go through additional documentation that way. But in short, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I'm having conversations with people, and I don't think that everyone is really giving this thing the respect it deserves. I think that, you may have seen some people pass it. I know I've talked about how I passed it, but it was not easy. I put in, I think when I look back, I may have put in close to 100 hours of work in just playing around with the instance before I even did the exam prep. Okay, like that's how much time I spent, and that was before I even knew there was a free exam. I just wanted to learn about this stuff. The exam gave a lot more structure and pacing because I was kind of all over the place, and my emphasis or my area of interest more so was like knowledge management than anything else. But this gave me a lot of good tools, and also you have to know too that I came off of an ITIL certification, and ITIL is the underlying methodology or framework that supports ServiceNow. It's built off of that. So if you have an understanding of ITIL, then that'll also give you an advantage. I also had SharePoint advantage or experience, in which SharePoint is a lot of this whole rights and roles governance for a SharePoint website. And websites are not, the SharePoint site is not anything too hard to grasp, but I had some understanding about how to mess things up and how to really appreciate a good solid structure for a relational database or for just management of a website. So all that played a part into my comfort with taking the exam as quickly as I did, but also I put in a lot of time. And here's another thing too. Sometimes our strengths aren't necessarily IT. I'm not the sharpest IT guy at all, but I'm committed to working. So when I was 20 and 21, I had 3 jobs. And it was like that all the way until I probably got in with my organization, where I finally started to kind of chip away at these jobs. But I'll be working almost 20 hours a day, and I'm counting in commuting and all that stuff. But I've been committed to working long hours. And if I can just sit my butt down and watch some videos and learn some concepts, I can do that for 10 or 11 hours straight and not really get antsy. I can stay engaged with it. And that's what kept me. We're not all like that. And I'm not expecting you to perform the way I did, but I want you to take this thing seriously, because again, you have 7 days. I'm sorry, I'm saying 7 days. You have 4 days to get this voucher, number one, and then you have a year after that to really practice and give your time and energy to this, and give it the respect that it deserves. So that said, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was a little bit more clear. Quick recap again. Get through all the content. When I say get through, I mean just scroll down. All the stuff that you have to read and stuff like that, just scroll down and complete it. The only thing you actually have to do is to do the validated activities and the knowledge checks. Complete those. Once you've done all that, there are another set of activities that are not required. They're just optional and good to do. just skip those for now, go all the way through it, get your voucher, and then go back through it by studying at least a week per module, and about 20-30 hours a week straight up. Because if you don't know this stuff, that test is going to confuse the hell out of you. And I'm not playing. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just going to be honest. So hopefully this is helpful. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all the support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, because I'm going in the college route and I've been studying for that, getting my game plan ready so that I can do more study with me videos. Just give me a little more time, because I'm doing a lot more business stuff than I am tech, but I'm moving into the tech portions of like the prerequisites for WGU. So at any rate, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.